It was at this moment that he knew.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
You are now listening to the world's most popular, inaccurate, and sometimes squirreled retelling of pop culture history. It's Podcast 42 on the Podfix Network.
Laura, what was your go-to album?
NSYNC.
Of course, NSYNC.
The self-titled one?
Self-titled NSYNC.
Oh.
She liked dirty pop.
No.
Dirty pop, 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 pop.
After Celebrity, I really kind of started tuning them out.
That was their last album.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Never mind.
Well,
maybe it was dirty pop. I didn't like dirty pop.
Speaking of tuning things out, like your husband, it's time for Podcast 42.
Yay, I can check out.
I'm Christopher DeVos.
JL Troves.
I'm Laura.
And
Hi.
this is...
Hi!
Sorry, I'm not used to that anymore. We've changed formats again.
I didn't say hi one time. One time.
We changed formats again. On the main show, it's a different format now. Again.
Okay, but one time, and you cut my hi off.
All right, we'll do it again.
Hi.
Do you feel better?
A little bit.
Bye.
Tonight is a bonus episode. But before we get into that, let's open up JL's beer cooler.
Never run away.
JL's beer cooler, it's cooler than you think. JL's beer cooler, it's cool enough to drink. It's cool enough to drink, yeah.
Oh, and can you grab me a mango bubbly as well?
Oh, it has to be mango?
Yes.
We got high tech with the beer cooler now, guys.
Yeah, the beer cooler is actually in the same room we
Is
record.
this the mango?
Yeah.
Oh, it does say mango. I was looking at the smiley face.
They all have a smiley face.
Yeah,
but this one sticks its tongue out
Yeah.
and isn't wearing a bow tie like my Bubbly.
Only the blackberry has a bow tie.
For Michael Bublé.
I know, that's a twist off.
It wasn't coming off.
There's a thingy on the beer cooler.
I know, but that's behind JL.
Yeah, and if I wanted to use it, I would have, but these are twist off.
I did. He's been picking on me all day.
Well, JL, what are we twisting off here?
We are twisting off Budweiser.
That sounds so wrong.
It does. We are having Budweiser's Copper Lager. It's their nice aged Jim Beam barrel lager.
Oh, I wonder what this tastes like. I've never had it before.
Well, guess what? You have had it before because we have tasted this on a lost episode because somebody had the great idea of playing the game New Phone Who's Dis and trying to record it.
Hey, everybody, do you know who that somebody was? That somebody was Chris, who made me go to Target and buy the game 2 minutes and 53 seconds before we recorded the show.
It's not a bad game, but I think those style of games are getting to be old. It's like Cards Against Humanity or Apples to Apple style game, and I think I'm getting kind of tired of those kind of games.
I think they're fun if you have a really big group and all of you are super drunk.
Yes.
Like, I feel like that is definitely
It's a drinking game.
Drinking game. Like, I
don't think drinking should merit how well a game goes. It should be good drunk or not drunk.
But
that makes a great game.
It's more of the responses. Like you're more willing to throw in stupid, dirty responses that you normally wouldn't. Your inhibitions are gone more you drink.
Yeah.
The best time I ever had playing Cards Against Humanity was at a World of Beer, and it was like the whole place was pretty much playing it.
Yeah, and you're all drunk, and so you don't care if you sound racist or anything.
It's the cards that are racist. It's not you.
But you don't feel bad putting that down as a response.
Right. Like, you don't care if you offend the women by things like that, or...
Are you saying women are always offended by Cards Against Humanity?
I'm saying that if you're not drunk, you could potentially be offended by Cards Against Humanity.
Okay.
I mean,
I
don't
understood
know.
what you were saying.
I don't know. Probably, I'm not drunk enough to have this conversation anymore.
Neither's Chris. He hasn't had enough of the bubbly.
Well, we will revisit the Budweiser at the end of the show and give our rating.
Again.
But tonight...
Do you all want spoilers? I can tell you what everyone's going to say.
I don't remember what the rating was for everybody. You actually remember?
Sabrina gave it a 2, even though she's not here tonight. Sabrina gave it a 2. She said,
don't tell anybody else.
It was okay. I liked it. It's a 2.
All right, because I think my rating might change.
I'm not going to say it.
I don't remember my rating.
So, anywho. Tonight, we're going to answer the strangest questions from the app Quora. Is that how you say it, Quora?
I believe so. That's what the teenager said.
Wasn't that a character on Star Trek?
No. Yes. No.
It sounds like it would be a character from any sci-fi.
I know.
So, it was a character on something.
Yeah.
Was it Star Trek?
I don't know. That's the first thing that popped in my mind was Star Trek.
I feel like if I Googled it, it would just bring me up to the website. Quora, yeah.
Could it have been a Star Trek character that asked a lot of questions? Because that's what the app is. The app is like Yahoo Answers.
All right.
You go to the app, you type in a question, and then the community answers it. So what we've done is we've taken a bunch of the weirdest questions we could find on Quora. We threw them into our famous fishbowl, and then one by one we're going to pick out a question, a random one.
Quora was in the expanded universe of Star Wars.
And then answer it.
Oh.
But was that a character in Star Wars that asked a lot of questions? Or answered a lot of questions? Or had a fishbowl?
Oh my goodness. She had a fishbowl.
Oh, well, there it goes.
Oh no. That's just Star Wars Quora. Like a whole section of Quora dedicated to Star Wars.
I'm giving this
I'm
mango
just kidding.
bubbly a 6, by the way.
There isn't a
Grapefruit bubbly's
character
better.
named Quora in Star Wars. That is a lie. However, I did find a Quora question. Has Disney ruined Star Wars?
That's not in the fishbowl.
Well, I just found it.
Oh, we're actually reading from the fishbowl?
Yeah. Why don't you start, JL? Dig through the fishbowl, grab a random one, and then the three of us will try our best to answer it. These are actual questions from the app.
Okay. Hey, this goes back to something you and I were talking about the other day.
Oh, dear Lord.
How many Brogrammers are also Bronies?
We were talking about...
You were talking about Bronies the
We
other
were
day?
talking about Bronies the other day.
Why?
Well, so at work we work with...
A Brony?
No, he's a British guy, but he...
A British Brony?
No, I don't remember. We were discussing furries, I think, is what we started on. And...
Oh, this will be good.
Someone... I don't remember how it all came up, but... Essentially, I told him that he should go to a convention and immerse himself into the
furry
culture.
Convention?
Yeah, because I feel like everybody should do that at least once in their life.
Wait a minute. Are you serious? A furry convention?
Yeah.
You suggest he goes to a furry
Yeah.
convention. Do you know what happens at a furry convention?
Yeah.
What happens at a furry convention?
Scary stuff. Anyways, and then I said, you know what? Better yet, you can even one-up it. You should go to a BronyCon.
A BronyCon is less scary than a furry convention.
I don't know. I think they're equally scary.
They're pretty intense, those Bronies.
Yeah, I don't know.
I believe the furry convention is all about having sex in those furry costumes.
Well,
That could be
yes,
true.
It is. But what do you think a Brony convention does?
Having the ponies have sex, but not you hooking up with some
No,
random furry person that you don't even know.
It is like genre specific furry. You know
Genre specific furry?
Yeah, like the horseplay and all of that.
I don't think there's horseplay in furry.
Oh, I think there is horseplay in
You dress
Bronies.
like a fox or you dress like a tiger.
I'm talking about Bronies.
What's a Brogrammer?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that a bro who programs?
That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, bro, you program?
So we can't
Bro?
really
Do you
answer
even
this
gram?
question without knowing what a Brogrammer is.
That's just it. I feel like I need to find out what a Brogrammer is. Are you looking that up right now?
I am.
She's our fastest Googler.
Not
She
really.
really is. But, it lets us talk about brogramming.
Like, I used to program, and I'm a guy, so am I a Brogrammer?
But are you also a brony?
No, not a Brony.
So you're just a programmer.
So it is a male computer programmer who engages in stereotypical male-oriented activities and macho behavior. She is able to command the respect of programmers even as she pushes to make tech more welcoming to all kinds of women. That is the sentence.
Are you reading an example sentence?
Yes, that was the
Oh, okay. I thought this was still the definition. I was like, wait a minute. How does she become a programmer?
That was the example sentence of programmer.
What was the question again?
How many programmers are bronies?
Yeah.
I would say 0.
I'm going to go with, percentage-wise, I'm going to go with 17.6%.
Isn't brony culture kind of still I don't want to say frowned upon, but it's kind of like a not something you would shout to the heavens that you're passionate about.
I feel like when you're at a convention, it's all good. Like everybody's like, yeah, I'm a brony. I see more bronies at conventions than anything else. Like they're just like they're out. They're proud about their bronies.
They're bronies.
At MegaCon and stuff?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a brony.
Okay, the year that me and Jocelyn were in our skirts that I made for
2 years ago.
Sparkle. Yeah, no, I think it was like 3 years ago.
Was it 3 years ago?
And Pinkie Pie. I'm going to let you know that there are a ton of bronies. A ton of bronies.
All right, I'm just saying a Brogrammer and a brony.
I'm going to go 17.6% Brogrammers.
They'd be on opposite ends of the bar.
Are we actually going to get an answer?
No, we're answering them.
Oh, we're answering them? I'm going with 12%.
Yeah. You're just throwing out percentages.
Yeah, I think 17.6%.
I think 12%.
And I think they sit on opposite ends of the bar. They don't
so you think
to
zero Brogrammers?
There may be one.
Are you only saying that because you are a programmer?
There may be one who's sitting at his computer desk and he's got a little weightlifting dumbbell and a My Little Pony next to each other, but that's going to be super rare.
You have that right next to your bubbly.
All right, Laura, read your question.
Because he doesn't want the world to know he's a brony.
I almost bought a My Little Pony pop.
You know, of course I picked this question. Where would Noah have kept woodpeckers on his ark?
Well, not on the bottom of the ark.
In a cage.
Yes, in a cage. Despite all his rage, he's still just a woodpecker in a cage.
Yeah, you know, I don't trust that woodpecker going all around and be like, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, but it would peck the holes in the wood of the ark.
Next thing you know, the ark's sinking.
But that brings up an interesting question. Where would he keep all the birds?
Next to moose and squirrel.
In the pictures, all the birds are sitting on the top of the ark.
Well, yeah, those are the ones he didn't invite. They just flew there.
And where would the penguins be? They wouldn't be on top of the ark.
Oh, the penguins stayed where they were. They didn't have to worry about it. Global warming wasn't happening yet.
Oh, wait, here's my question, too. So, you know, I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to ostracize myself from any listeners, but...
Oh, do it. I do it every show.
You know.
Yeah, you do. Me too.
But the polar bears and penguins had to have been on the ark or else they would have been dead if the flood covered the entire world. But how, if they were in the middle of the desert, did he keep their temperature right for the cold weather animals?
He had an ice machine. Ice machine at the bottom of the ark, and it spit out ice.
I don't think the ice machine worked.
No,
I think there was just a gentle breeze the entire time or he just left him in the Arctic.
Well, you know, it didn't work at first.
According to the Bible, it flooded the entire earth.
Yeah, the Earth was flooded, but at the first week, they thought the ice machine didn't work.
What about the other people?
But he had to plug it in.
Never mind.
No, the entire world was destroyed by this flood.
And all that was left was Noah and his family?
Yeah, except for the 8 people on the ark and all the animals that were brought on 2 by 2. All the animals.
Yep.
40 days and 40 nights it rained, and they had enough food and everything for all the animals and 8 people.
That's why we don't have unicorns anymore.
That is true. I did know that.
The alligators ate them. It's a miracle we still have zebras because the lions and the zebras were in close proximity on the ark. No one was thinking when they assigned the rooms.
I feel like it was like, hey, here, you come on. They were going on 2 by 2, all right, but they were still adding more animals on there 2 by 2. They had to feed them somehow.
Yeah, well, that's why we don't have dragons either. They were late. They didn't get on the ark.
They hung out with the unicorns.
I want to know how the sloths made it on time.
Just be glad the dinosaurs are all died before then. Imagine how big that ark could have been. All right, next question. What is the correct way to lick leaves off a wild tree?
What?
What is the correct way to lick leaves off a wild tree?
Easy, don't.
Well, no, if you're
with your tongue.
But what is the correct way? With
your
up and
tongue.
Down.
Listen, if there's a wild tree and you're in a leaf-licking mood, you've got to go for it. But you've got to do it the right way or else you're going to get strange looks.
I would say when no one's looking.
That's not really helping this person when no one's looking.
Yeah, lick it however you want, but not when someone's looking at you.
What if it's a poisonous tree and there's only one way to lick it?
Listen, if you have the desire to lick a poisonous tree, that's on you.
All right, well, I'm sorry whoever asked this question, but you're getting no help from us.
No, none.
All right, next question.
All right, is it wrong if a person uses the bathroom in their 50s despite having used it in their 20s.
What does that mean?
I think it means they should have probably